Hello everyone, welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we got Articuno on my team. That's cool. So what we got here? Desert region. Well, as it so happens, that's gonna be possibly our next destination. Now that we've done the 3 legendary birds, I kinda wanna... What do you suppose is growing in here? Who planted a garden in my yard? Anyway, there are still 2 other rematches to go for, but they are... really strong? So gonna hold off on them for a while, because they'll only be stronger for the rematch. That said, do we know what it was that attacked us that time we went to the desert region? Am I able to find out what that was? As a matter of fact, we have a lot of knowledge of what is there now. Am I certain that we've... Am I certain that that I'm thinking of the right place? I thought it was the desert region that appeared, right? Yeah, it was absolutely the desert region that appeared. And I went to and only made it 1 floor. And by that I mean, I stood in 1 spot, got hit, and fled. Well, for certain, we're going to be making up a team of flying Pokemon to avoid the earthquakes that are there. With that in mind, what does Shiva have? Freeze Dry, Mist, Ice Shard, Reflect, as well as Pressure, because of course. Can also learn Agility, Ancient Power, which is definitely a good attack, but not necessarily necessary for the desert region. Reflect would be good to have on hand. Tell you what. Gust, Powder, Snow. Mind Reader? Get the Sure Shot status, which makes your moves hit the enemy without fail. That would be an amazing thing to have linked to another move. Use that, and then immediately followed by a low accuracy attack. So what do you have? Freeze Dry? Freeze Dry's got some good accuracy. Interesting, Freeze Dry is super effective on water type Pokemon too. That's an interesting exception. Mist, you and your allies that are in the same room are cloaked in mist, which prevents all your stats from being lowered, but you're not protected from the effects of your moves that lower your own stats. If anything, we would get rid of that. Ice Shard is 2 tiles away. Keep that on hand. That's a low power there. I don't see us using Mist a whole lot. So, get rid of that. And also check out what you can learn for money. Well, they're all too expensive, I can tell you that. Icy Wind would be really good. In fact, Icy Wind would be the attack to use combined with Mind Reader. You know, considering how inaccurate it is, I'm surprised the power ain't so high. What does it do? Lowers travel speed. And for lowering travel speed, it has to have that low in accuracy? Water Pulse is really good. Defog lowers evasiveness, not really necessary if we're using Mind Reader. In any case, we just don't have the money. Otherwise, that 1 attack would be good to link to that. And I'm pretty sure I don't actually have a whole lot stored away. No, I have a coin. Here, have another coin. First things first. Desert region, we got 2 quests there. Is there another quest there on the board? Yes, there is. Cool. So that'll be 3 quests for the desert region. And the question of the day, what sort of team we sending there? So, Articuno? Absolutely. Actually, this is not going to be that difficult of a decision, considering it's a flying team to counter the earthquakes and stuff, which there will be a lot of. So Do, Don't, and Did are definitely going to be going there. It's a question of who else? Gyarados? Radar would be an interesting choice. Radar has Confuse Ray. What's the range on Confuse Ray? Because Confuse Ray is really awesome in the main games, but I'm betting it is really sucky in this game. Yep, sure enough, you have to be right in front of him. Darn, if only he had a little bit of range. In fact, you don't seem to have anything that would hit far. That's something we need to check out. What do we got for hitting things far? Actually, here's a real question. Does Do, Don't, and Did have the ability to use Tri-Attack now? Yes, there it is. Maddie says, don't super prioritize range, there's not as much of it as you'd think. Probably not. You can also learn Swords Dance. Swords Dance Fury Attack would be really good. You are gonna go ahead and learn that. Get rid of Agility. And Tri-Attack is actually really good to have because of the whole inflicting a random status effect. So, what to get rid of? I mean, having one ranged attack would still be nice. It's actually gonna be kind of weird to not have any flying type attacks on Do, Don't, and Did, but Swords Dance, Fury Attack, Quick Attack for range, and Tri-Attack because it's awesome. As for move linking, Swords Dance and... well, I know I said combined with Fury Attack would be really nice. At the same time, Quick Attack is kind of weak and could always use the boost. So actually gonna do that. Because I imagine Do, Don't, and Did will often be able to get a quick attack in before they get close enough for the other stuff. And just to double check here, Mind Reader, along with, what is low accuracy? I mean, it's not very low accuracy, but just do this for now, I guess. What have we got here? Another escape orb. And as for TMs, Hyper Beam, Brick Break. Dazzling Gleam. You would actually be an interesting choice. So what are your options here? Ooh, you got a bunch of options. Rage Powder. You'll be a decoy and become the enemy's primary target. Probably not that. Synthesis would definitely be good. Well, I'll tell you what, it would be better than Splash. Wait. Splash has a different effect? You flop wholeheartedly and jump over an enemy or teammate. I'm trying to think how useful that would be. In any case, what is this? That's a pretty low accuracy move. Like, surprisingly so. Meanwhile, gives an enemy the Leech Seed condition, which is probably obvious what that does. So it sounds like Bullet Seed might be good to keep, given the highlighted text in the chat. What were we trying to learn? Mega Drain? Yeah, Mega Drain. Which is a special attack. Get rid of Tail Whip first. It's a long dungeon, which reminds me. Considering the difficulty of the place? Focus on finding the stairs. Amazing how much preparation it takes in order to go into a dungeon. Hold on a sec. Oh no! Ooh, I need to change the plans here. I need to change the plans because one of the quests I can't actually do. I need to bring you a tiny reviver seed? I don't have any tiny reviver seeds. Not even stored. I don't think. Let's double check here. No. Okay, we need a plan B then. We're just gonna go somewhere else. In the hopes of getting a tiny reviver seed. Maddie says, might find one in the dungeon. They usually do that for quests. Maybe? But I might actually go somewhere else to fulfill some quests. Because they might have a tiny reviver seed, but I'm very concerned what if they don't. Oh, this actually has specifically a reward of a tiny reviver seed. Still, gonna want to prepare for eventually going to the desert region, so figure out what items to bring along and that sort of thing. Including which of these. So you got pretty good stats. You got pretty good stats, it seems. A little bit low on the special defense. And the regular defense, for that matter. You are especially weak. So another... We'll take a defense scarf again. Might be worth doing the cover band again. Sure, why not? So, something for do, don't, and did. You got Sora's Dance to help with your attack. Imagine that combined with being able to get crits. Oh, when using a different move than before, so maybe not. Power Band, I guess. Yeah. Oh, there is an option to give items outside the menu. Okay, well, with that in mind then, let's make sure that these are given. Yeah, you don't gotta waste time in there. Okay, start with Dandy, who gets Defense Scarf. You get the Power Band. And you will get the Cover Band. They won't quite be in the correct order for the B team, but the B team is going on a quick mission at an easy place. This won't take long. Actually, as easy as this place is going to be, also set this back up. Go ahead and explore. Hopefully we'll find some really good stuff along the way. Mount Thunder is a fairly old dungeon, so everything here should be relatively easy. Although, not so easy that they go down with one ice beam. Although Water Pulse was definitely being a good hit. But that's partly because we boosted Princess's special attack out the wazoo. Oh, cool. Peeking the level while we're at it. So 1 point for every stat. I was kind of wondering about that. Whether there'd be a bigger boost through evolution. Oh, Bingy's trying to learn Extreme Speed. Okay. Reaches up to 2 tiles away. Not great accuracy, mind you. That is like a signature move for Arcanine. But not necessary. Besides, there's something else that I want Pinky to learn eventually, as soon as she has the chance. You know what? Sure. If only because you'll give us a little bit of extra money when we're done here. I've also got a note in my note. In all caps, do not use Tiny Reviver Seed. And then a ton of exclamation marks. Because using the Tiny Reviver Seed in the dungeon where we need to deliver it would be quite a face-palming moment. Cacnea, if you weren't at level 15, we would actually consider you. Actually, do you have an evolution? I'm kind of curious. You evolve into Cacturn? Oh, yeah, that thing. Meh. That definitely won't be enough for us to avoid cool stuff, but nice to have a little bit of extra money. Definitely need that. That's the one thing I'm not going to store. And this time we did get the "didn't we do good today" thing. I guess this time because there was not a boss battle involved. How does Pelipper time that every single day? A Lapis Cave. Well, we're not going there right now. Okay, quickly gonna store some stuff. Actually, we're gonna wanna dig out that tiny reviver seed. And since it's a new day, there is the situation of getting some new stuff. So deposit some more money. And we get an Oran Berry. That is fine. What you selling? Mobile arm, rare quality arm, nothing that stands out. More importantly, what do we got for TMs? Hyper beam, earthquake. In an all-flying team, earthquake would be good to have, but none of us are flying type. Brick break. False swipe, charge beam. Nah. Gonna say no. I wonder if Dandy is going to learn anything of interest through a couple of levels. But no, you're already at level 38. You could learn something, but probably want to save those dojo tickets for somebody who's a lower level. Incidentally, the place we're going to has so many ground-type Pokemon. Having a water-type Pokemon on the team would hypothetically be a really good idea, but you're not flying. With that said, I want to do a quick thing right here before we head to that dungeon. Splash is not completely worthless in this game. Splash flops wholeheartedly and jumps over an enemy or teammate. According to Maddie, its random movement does like 5 damage if you land on something. Now, moving around sounds potentially useful. The damage does not. Either way, probably prefer some of this other stuff. For example, a free heal. And probably also do some linking as well. Start with Mega Drain, and finish with Leech Seed in case Mega Drain doesn't finish it. I don't know whether it actually works that way, but that's what we're going to try. So, let's go ahead and store some money, actually, just in case things go to pot. Deposit all but 2,000. That way, if my team winds up coming across a thing, if there's a shop along the way, they'll be able to buy stuff from it. With that said, I think everything is set up.